about $10,000 a week for the rest of my life. I said, yeah, I'd use that. Come on, please.
Come on.
Go her way.
Come this way. Come this
They
way.
sent the letter to me. I didn't go to them.
They went to you.
The $199 check's already in the bank. So it looked like a postcard. They said, do not throw this away. There's a check enclosed in here. I said, what?
Oh, okay.
All right, come this way.
We don't have no problem coming that way. Our dear Abraham has been keeping these doors, keeping the light on for us, telling us to come this way. So maybe if all of us heard it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm gonna go do a pic just because we having this discussion. This is synchronicity that everybody's talking. And I wouldn't have brought up the Publisher Clearinghouse except that Brenda talked about it. And then I heard yesterday or the day before where she was saying that our guides are saying to us, listen to those leanings. They're saying, come this way.
Come this way. I think we should come this way.
You know, 10,000. Oh, it's even better than that. $10,000 a week for my life. And I can designate who it goes to after I go on to heaven.
Don't make hard work of it. Don't make a chore.
Don't make a chore of it. That's right, Abraham.
Don't make hard work
game of
of it.
alignment. What do? I play the game of alignment. What does that mean? Well, I'm a creator and I use all of the universal forces to my advantage. What does
Come
that
this way.
Well, there's this stream that is flowing directly toward everything I want. And when I get into that current and I stop paddling against it, it takes me where I want to go. How do you get in? Well, sometimes you tiptoe in and it's moving so fast it just takes you. Sometimes you get in and it's moving so slow you wonder if it's going to go at all. But you just have to trust that things are working out for you. This is what you're telling to others who are watching this successful being that you are. Just have to trust. I stopped nitpicking over things that don't matter. I stopped beating up on myself unnecessarily. I stopped making work of things that aren't work. I started utilizing the leverage of the energy that creates worlds to my advantage. I started listening more for my inner voice. I started being aware of more of how I feel and caring about it. I started recognizing when I don't feel good that if I try a little bit, I can release the thought that is at the root of my not feeling good. How do you do that? Well, I usually just quiet my mind and don't think about it at all. How do you do that? Well, I have a meditation process. What's that like? Well, I just focus on things that are really general, like the dripping of a faucet or the sound in the air conditioner, or I watch something that's mesmerizing. How do you do that? Well, sometimes it's more difficult than others, but I have a strong motive for doing it. What's your motive for doing it? Well, I want to feel better. Well, what's the point of feeling better? Well, it's everything. Feeling better is everything. When I feel better, I'm non-resistant. Well, so what? If you're non-resistant, what does that mean? Well, it means now I easily go with the stream in the direction of everything that I want. Well, how do you know the stream is going to take you where you want to go? Because I've been there many times. I know that when I chill and allow that well-being is mine, things are always working out for me. Well, how can things always be working out for you? They are. Things are always working out for all of us if we allow it. How do you know whether you're allowing it or not? By the way you feel. What do you do? How do you know you're not allowing it? Don't feel good. What do you do when you're not allowing it? Meditate. Why do you meditate? Well, it's this chore that I do. No, you don't feel like saying that now. I meditate because it's the path of least resistance to what I want. It's proven itself to me over and over and over again. I can control the way I feel because I can control the direction of my mind. And since I can control the direction of my thoughts, then I can control my vibrational point of attraction. And since I can control my vibrational point of attraction, then I can control everything that comes to me. It's really worth chilling. It's really worth getting a handle on this. I know these things to be true. I am the creator of my own reality. And I offer a vibration that everything responds to. And I can tell what vibration I'm offering by the things that are coming to me and by the way I feel. And sometimes I wait till they get there before I figure it out. And sometimes I feel them coming. But in any case, I'm always aware of whether I'm on my path or off my path. On what path? Off of what path? What path? What path? The path of my unfolding, the path of my becoming, the path of my eternal evolution, the path of my eternal beingness, the path of my goodness, the path of my wholeness, the path where the source and I join together in concert for the joy of this moment in time that we are perceiving. Well, what's that moment in time like? Well, sometimes it feels outrageously good. And that means to me that my point of view and the point of view of my source are identical. I can feel when I'm in sync with the source within me. How do you know that? By the way I feel, by the love I feel, by the passion I feel, by the appreciation I feel. Well, how'd you find that? I meditated. I meditated my way into it. I quieted my mind enough that I no longer did that thing I did that muted it or blocked it. I tuned myself to the frequency of my highest good. And now my highest good rendezvous with me everywhere I go. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Yeah. Something more? Yeah.
How do you do that?
We told Esther as the day was beginning that it would be her favorite day ever. And when she listens back to this, she's going to discover why. Our favorite thing in a day like this is your willingness to come and play with us. Sitting here in the room, many of you are watching live around the world, but you are participating here with not only us, but with your own inner being. And it is satisfying to us that we are able to offer some general words about the laws of the universe as we know them to be. And that by your willingness to be here, your willingness to play with us, your willingness to focus, that we are able together collectively to let go of those quirks of resistance and your vibration raises. And what that means, especially in a day like this, is that when we move into some new places where we are not commonly treading, when we are finding some new ways of looking at things that you are not accustomed to looking at from your point of view, that because you have been willing to listen and because your vibration has raised, you're in a new place of clarity where it is meaningful to you. And the reason that we like that so much is because that means you've spent some time. We've been together for about 3 hours. And during a significant part of those hours, you have been in a state of alignment with the broader part of who you are. And what that means is you've practiced without meaning to a higher frequency vibration. And that practice is really all that is required in deliberate creation and in allowing what you want. When you have the benefit of finding a piece of music that you like, even though it's usually only 3 minutes long, or finding a book that you're feeling particular resonance with, or you have a new one that you are in love with that you are holding as your object of attention. When you have moments in time where you can focus for periods of time where no resistance enters into the arena for a specific period of time, 17 seconds gets it going, another 17 seconds really adds to it. And when you are able to sustain 68 seconds without resistance entering into the equation, you have moved your vibration significantly. And that's what's happened to several of you on several occasions here today. We talked about the deepest of subjects. We talked about things that matter to you the most. And in all of that, you shifted your vibration significantly. So what that means is, over the next few days, if we were standing in your physical shoes, since we are standing in your physical shoes, it is our intention to watch for evidence of the new alignment that you've practiced in these hours that we have been together. That evidence is going to thrill you. It's also going to buoy you. When you see it, when you come across it, consciously acknowledge it. and make the correlation in your own being. This is as a direct result of my holding myself in vibrational alignment, and I can do that relative to everything. Friends, life is supposed to be fun, and you're not ever going to get it done, and you can't get it wrong. And if you will begin to embrace those contrasting moments as part of the path along your trail to the things that you are really wanting, then life will be sweet, 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 sweet for you the majority of the time. And when it's a little sour, it's still on track. That's really what we want you to hear from us. Be easy about it and meditate if you feel like it. But most of all, make a decision that nothing is more important than that you feel good, and pay attention to the way you feel. And when you feel less than wonderful, do anything and everything you can think of doing, which usually just means change the pace from whatever. So if you're in the middle of a conversation that is taking you down, smile and end it. If you are sitting in your body and it is tired and stiff, get up and move around. In other words, don't allow yourself to continue in the direction of what does not feel good. Use your guidance system in the way it is intended and shift directions. And so in the same way that if you've been sitting too long, you want to get up and stretch, sometimes you are involved in a thought that is not serving you, and you would be well to change the direction of the thought. That's where this going general will serve you. We mean it when we say to you that we are always with you. We are aware of where you stand in relationship to everything that you want. And we, and others like us, those inner beings that exist in your vortex, are aware of where you are in relationship to what you want, and are offering constant inclinations. It sort of goes like, since we see where you are and we know what you want, if we were standing in your physical shoes, we would go this way. And it's not just a projection of thought that we're offering you, because we have access to your muscles, we have access to the cells of your body, we have access to the thoughts that you are thinking. In other words, that influence, that impulse that you receive is that impulse that is us within you. So when you recognize that we are within you and that we are giving you an impulse to go this way, in your most relaxed state, you will go that way. And when you go in the direction of that which is inspired from within, it is our promise that you are about to rendezvous with something that you have been looking for. And when that happens, the thing that we want you to say to yourself is this: I received an impulse. I trusted it, and it paid off. Play that game for a week, and you will be free of resistance forevermore. There is great love here for you, and as always, we remain in your vortex.
So amazing.
Come this way, come this way, come this way.
I think Abraham could talk to us from now for forever. Doesn't matter the words that she chooses, they are all the right words. So welcome to day, what day is it?
June 17.
217 days with 5 days left in the month of July. Welcome to the Law of Attraction call. We are live in all of our places. So welcome to YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and TikTok. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are here also with my Zoom room of amazing participants who have been here with us for 217 days and counting. Team, no days off, because life doesn't take off any days, so why should we? We are intentionally creating our life. And I like the reminder this morning to whatever is happening, to focus on 17 seconds. 17 seconds of feeling good, and then 17 more seconds of feeling good, and then 17 more seconds of feeling good, and then 17 more seconds of feeling good. And once you have maintained 68 seconds of feeling good, you start to feel better, be better. You know, life is going to happen to all of us, and it continues to happen to all of us. And we're so grateful. We're so grateful for the life that we get to live. We just have to live it just a little bit more intentional and not allow life to take us down or out, because things are going to happen. Things are always happening, good, bad, or indifferent. And Abraham calls it contrast. Contrast is going to show up for all of us. And our job is just to move through it. And we have so much evidence in our lives that we have moved through it. We have moved through some of the most tough situations. We are here in front of so many things, losing people that we love. You know, that's one of the toughest ones. Losing jobs, losing cars, losing homes, man, losing everything and starting all over, and being in a place where you have moved so graciously through this life with so much evidence that it's all good. And even when it doesn't feel all good, guess what? It's still all good. So, you know, as we go through this amazing planner for these 217 days, you know, we just want to continue to ask ourselves these empowering questions that are here for us to determine the life that we want. You know, the roadmap is here. And, you know, when you think about awareness and self-discovery and what we've done in these past 217 days, there's an awareness that we have now. And this awareness of our GPS, our guide placement system, our emotional well-being, when we think about our emotions, it absolutely tells us where we are. When you think about where you are in the journey of the 217 days, anybody can answer this question. What does this awareness feel like? Having the awareness of your emotions and this discovery of them. You know, I remember when I used to allow my emotions to really run my life.
Yes. May I speak?
Absolutely.
With me, the biggest gift has been being intentional. Creatives, something always feel like we're supposed to just fly by the seat of our pants and soul our way through it. Well, you need a system. My friends that do Broadway, that's 8 performances a week, and you're not going to soul your way through. You better have some technique, and you better have some discipline. And they first get their job, and they work, and then they party, and then the next day when you got matinees, you don't have any voice. So, you know, a system and intentionality. And I want to be spontaneous. That's what happens with creatives. I want to be, well, you ain't going to have nothing to be spontaneous with if you don't do your discipline.
Absolutely. And I think really it's it becomes the art of allowing. Really the art of allowing whatever is there to come up, to not resist it, and to allow it to pass. You know, we had that joke we were saying last year, sometimes lean back, let it pass. You just lean back and let it pass. Whatever it is, we have to lean back and let it pass, you know. And also knowing that my mother used to say, don't say it. Like whatever
Yes.
it is experiencing, there's always somebody who's experiencing something much worse than you. And sometimes some of the worst things, yes, but don't make a tour of it. That's right. Don't make a tour of it. of whatever it is, whatever the thought process is. We don't want to make a chore of it. And this awareness and self-discovery, asking ourselves these questions on a constant basis to really be able to create this amazing life, asking yourself, what would you do if time and money were not an issue? What would you do? What would you do if a large lump sum of money dropped in your lap? How would you adjust your life?
And some of us aren't ready for that. You don't you think you want it and you think, but everything comes with something. So that large sum of money also, bread got two sides. So that large sum of money, the flip side of that is the responsibility and what comes with that, and people coming to you wanting it, and
Absolutely. So it definitely is all of that, but that is also how you get to create your future. When you think about when this money comes, what would you do? That sort of kind of tells you what you should already be doing.
Yes.
In preparation of it. And so by knowing the answers to the questions, what would you do if time and money were not an issue? Who are you? What is your life purpose? Asking yourself these questions, because so many people go through life without ever asking
those questions.
They have no idea why they're even here. What absolutely makes you happy? What are you passionate about? Who are you passionate about? Is there a population of people that you want to serve that you are passionate about? Is it women? Is it children? Is it families? Is it men? Whatever it is, who are you passionate about serving? And when you find yourself serving from a place of passion, so many people get impacted by your life. And by the time you are ready to build something or build your brand, as they say, guess what happens? Your brand has already been built. People already know who you are, and what you are doing. And pretty much why you are doing
why you're doing it.
Absolutely. They know that you are doing it from a pure place in your heart. And so it's so important for us to do that. It's so important for us to set goals and then work towards our goals, to work to create harmony on all levels of our life. Harmony on all levels just means that your life is singing a song. It's singing a good song. It's singing your song. But some tunes have a higher priority than some tunes that are singing in the lower level. So whatever is singing high, you focus on that. And then whatever is singing low, that's how we prioritize. Trying to find balance is almost like a myth, work-life balance.
Yeah, but you don't want to be singing the blues.
Oh no, we definitely not singing no blues. But absolutely, by doing that, we keep our whole life in harmony, singing your song and your tune. One of the other modalities that we use to get to the life that we want is by writing our vision statements and creating our vision boards, our life statements and our vision board. And so the life statement is just that. It is a statement for your life. It is a statement that starts with, I am so happy and grateful now that. When we talk about faith and what faith is, the definition of faith and how much faith we need to have, just that little mustard seed faith, that's all we need. But faith is the good morning, Vern. That little bit of faith, and then writing down your life statement in faith in what you see and what you want for your life, and writing it in present tense. It should start with, I am so grateful and thankful now that. Now that what? Now that what? What is it that you want? Now that I am living in my amazing beach house, now that I am driving the car of my dreams, now that I am serving women, children, men, now that I have my transitional housing, now that what? So who wants to give us a demonstration of what the life statement should sound like? Gwen, you must have wrote yours. What you got in your hand?
Well, I have my my book, my journal in my hand, but I did write mine. And I keep it in my notes on my computer. So
Mm.
along with, when you guys see me, I'm bringing it up now so I can read it. When you guys see me.
I
putting
love
this-
the color on you.
Thank you. When you see me writing the little, echoing what it is that you say, Darlaina,
Yes.
and some things, what other bits of wisdom that comes through these meetings.
Yes.
I'm putting them in my notes for the day.
So
As well, I copy them and paste them so I can go back and reflect on.
amazing.
So, okay, so can you? Yeah, all right. So here it is. Here's my life statement. I'm still working on it,
We're all,
but
all are, so continue.
okay. So I'm so grateful and thankful that my world is filled with beauty, grace, and peace. I am a child of God, and where they lead me, the Holy Spirit leads me, I follow. I begin each day with the law of attraction meditation, which helps me to stay on a high vibrational plane. My life is blessed with my husband, sons, and their families all doing well. We travel at least once a year to places in the world that we love. We have multiple homes, assisting each other in our various joint businesses. Faith Designs is thriving online as well as the co-ops throughout the US, bringing in an average of 5K monthly. And the Fashion and Arts Exchange Group has branched out globally, in addition to locations in New York, LA, Miami, and Austin, Texas, while continuing to fight for equal representation in the fashion industry through the facts, educational talks, workshops, traveling, fashion shows, classes, and camps. We continue to enhance the lives of those less fortunate through exposure and training opportunities, creating a legacy of giving back, each one reaching one at a time, spreading the good news that we have not because we ask not, also that it's not for us to do, but for us to be all that God has created us to be, leaving the past in the past, not concerning ourselves with the future because it's not here yet, but enjoying each day, whatever it brings, because it is the true present. Everything is in divine order. And for this, I am truly grateful.
Ooh, I like.
I like being your friend.
So good, so good, so good. And that's what we're all supposed to do. Take time out to write your life statement. Some of y'all is out here just willy-nilly going whichever way the wind blows and letting whatever happens, happens. And that is just not the way. You have to write the vision and make it plain. You have not because you ask not. And once you have written a life statement, then you are to put your vision board together that is also cohesive with the life statement that you wrote. And that way, in the mornings and at night, when you get up, you can then read your life statement in the morning, visualize on your vision board, go through your day and watch all of the magic happen. Bringing all of those things that you have written, all of those things that you have visualized and meditated on, start to come into your world. And then when you go to bed at night, you do the same thing, read it again and visualize on your vision board again. And you will start to see that with concentrated effort, we begin to pull in all those things that we've written. You know, I know there's quite a bit of living proof just in this space right here. Right here. I wrote about my house months before I got it. I wrote about everything that I wanted in it, and now I have everything in it. You know, it is so important for us to do that work. And even when things don't feel right or whatever, you're still keeping track of your thoughts and all of that. And when things, you know, come up, really just give yourself the same grace that you give everybody else. Be gentle with yourself, be gracious with yourself. It's so important for us to do that. And so once we've done that, we just let go of these old unsupportive stories. We find the people who have your result and we follow them. We are in these spaces because we are with like-minded people that are working towards a big dream or a big goal. And it's so important for you to be around like-minded people. I found a video yesterday, and the video talked all about how when you first start telling your vision to people and how they don't believe you. And then when you're ready to have your ribbon cutting at your building, all of the people who didn't believe in you is the ones that's showing up saying, oh yeah, girl. And the whole time while you was crying and pushing through, that they were giving you the side eye the whole time. And so many of us has had that experience when we start talking about what we want to do. Like, wow, you just get a good job and just do it that way. And not to say that there's anything wrong with a job, because a job is your number one investor. It is the thing that allows you to move around in the world the way that you do. So it is okay. It is okay. And so when you are going through that, when you find the like-minded people or find someone who has your result, if there's somebody who has a YouTube channel, follow the YouTube channel, learn from them. You want to learn anything, go to YouTube University. I'm here to tell you, I have learned to do so many things on YouTube, right? And listen to all of their videos. If they got a book, read the book. And then if there's a way to work with them so that you can get the result. What you will find when you find someone who has done what you are attempting to do, you absolutely collapse time frames. And that's what we want. We want to collapse time frames and get it done faster. Faster is better. Let's get to it. Quicker. Let's get to it. And so find the mentor. And then once you do that, you want to make sure that your surroundings are positive. Cluttered spaces equals cluttered minds. So take time out, maybe 15 minutes a day, and just clear the clutter. Release some stuff. Give it to the Goodwill. Give it to the Salvation Army. Give it to somebody who can use it because you're not. And then set your daily priorities, your daily action plan, your daily gratitude, your daily reflection. We come here again every night at 8 p.m., facilitated by the one and only amazing Brenda Bryant. And, you know, the only way to get in that class is you have to DM us, because you can only get in that class through the Zoom room. And so declutter your mind to get more inner peace, feel good and manifest fast, get creative and follow your intuition. Take time to chill and relax, because sometimes y'all just move. And then as things start to come to you, and as you do some of the amazing thing that you do, lean back and say, I did that, and do that. You did so good. That is an amazing job that you did. And then why not give yourself a gift when you have achieved something amazing? If you say, all I wanted to do was go to the gym for 30 days and you managed to get to the gym for 30 days, guess what happens? Give yourself the gift of a new outfit. Maybe give yourself the gift of some sort of, maybe it's something that you wanted to buy yourself. Maybe you want to, you know, try some new supplement that costs a little bit of money. Reward yourself for the good work that you do. And when you start to do that, your subconscious mind is going to bring more things to you that you can celebrate. We got to celebrate ourselves. You know, sometimes I just get around and I just start dancing around the house. You know, it's so important to empower ourselves every day. Good morning. Somebody said, sup, y'all. Sup, y'all. Kings Ava Davis, sup. Sup to you. To ask ourselves the empowering questions to start our day. What are you happy about? in your life right now? What are you excited about in your life right now? What are you proud about in your life right now? And how does that make you feel? See, the planner is all about the feelings, because the feelings are our God placement system. Your feelings are how you get to determine how you feel, and how you feel determines what you attract. So if you are feeling good, you attracting more feeling good people, more feeling good places, more feeling good things. But if you are down and feeling sad and alone and all those sad, angry, guilty, hurt feelings, guess what you get more of? And it's so easy to be, when you are in that space, it just feels like you just go down, down, and down, and down, and down, and you're just so down. And me and my friends, we have a joke. We say, up, you're going too deep. You're going too deep. You're going too deep. I ain't gonna be able to pull you out. You definitely won't be able to pull yourself out, and your friends won't be able to pull you out for a long time. So don't go deep. Feel the feelings, acknowledge the feelings, release them, and let them go. Let them go. Sometimes we got to let people go that's attached to those feelings too. Let them go where they're going, do what they're doing. We don't want no parts of that. So what are you grateful for? What are you enjoying in your life right now? What are you committed to in your life right now? Committed to your self-development if you're in this room, committed to your personal development if you're in this room, committed to getting to the life that you really, really want is good. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for so much for being here. Who do you love in your life and who loves you? How can you make yourself feel good today? How can you improve your relationships? How can you stay present in the now? How can you stay present in the now? Yesterday is gone. Some people is holding on to the past like a dog with a bone with gravy on it. Y'all need to let it go. Stuff that happened 10 years ago, 20 years ago, stuff that you are allowing to affect your present life now. So yesterday is gone. The present doesn't exist yet. I mean, the future doesn't exist. And that's why the present right now is the gift. So we have to stay right here in the present. That's where all your gifting is. That's where everything and anything that you're living right now. I heard one of the secret teachers say, that's not who you are, that's who you were. So whatever it is that you're living right now is the residual of 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. But live present so that your present now can affect your future to come. So it's so important for us to do that. Be present. How can you have more inner peace today? What can you give today? What are your 5 most important goals today? What can you do to achieve your goal? What help or guidance can you ask for today? What can you pray for today? And if this were the last day of your life, how would you live it? How would you live it? It's so important to ask ourselves these questions. These questions are so empowering to the life that you want. So empowering. And so empower yourself by asking yourself the questions, really giving yourself an answer. And if you find yourself in any of these low vibration emotions, the planner has this amazing chart there to help us to, if you're down here, to bring yourself up. And it says the first way you start to bring yourself up is to affirm yourself. I'm enough. I'm more than enough. I feel these feelings. I accept them and I let them go. And then giving us action steps to do. Go out in nature. Call your rocket booster friends, as Lisa Nichol calls them. Rocket booster friends are the friends that give you their legs of faith when your legs are weak. You just call them up and say, can you please tell me the gift that you see in me, because I am not feeling that myself today. And let them paint the picture for you. Let them tell you what they see in you. Let them share the gift of you that they see, and use their legs of faith to continue your walk. And absolutely, your friends are waiting to hear that from you. They're waiting for you to tell them, to call them. Most times we hear of people who commit suicide and all of that, and the first thing their friends and family say was, why didn't they call me? I was here for them. I love them. So people are there for you. They love you. Use them to that capacity. Now, I don't mean call your friends and just dump on them every 5 minutes or every day. I mean, when you really find yourself in a space, use your rocket booster friends and let them help you. You know, get around positive people, do positive things, give compliments to people, go do an act of kindness. Random act of kindness always makes me feel good. Play with kids, play with pets, get a facial, get a manicure, a pedicure. Just do some extreme self-care when you are feeling in low energy so that you can bring your energy up. And so it's so important for us to know where we are now in our journey. Where are you now in your spiritual life? Where are you now in your personal development, your relationship, your career, your business, your finances, your health, your free time and family? Where are you now? And this is just to help you to take stock of where you want to go. And so when you know where you are and then where you want to go, you can then start to think about, now, how do I get there? How do I become this person that I want to become? How do I help other people? How do I bring other people into this space? What can I do? And you literally just find somebody who has the result and ask them. You want to pray more, you want to meditate more. See, this is what we know. This is what we've learned. This is what I've learned. That prayer is absolutely required and necessary for any level in life that you want to move to. But we also have to be quiet. We also have to be quiet. Sometimes we got to stop talking so that we can hear the answers that we're asking for. That small intuitive voice is the voice of God speaking to you, directing you. So in order for you to get that, you have to pray and ask for what you want, but then you have to meditate so that you can now hear. See, prayer is when you are talking. Meditation is when God talks to you. So we need them both together in order for us to get what we are working towards. And then it's also so important to identify your distractions that come up. Is it people? Is it the internet? Is it TV? Whatever it is, set a timer for it so that you are not wasting time. If it's TV shows, you know, it's so easy to binge watch now, because there used to be a time when if you were watching a series, you had to wait a week to get to the next show. Now you could sit and watch the whole season in one sitting, and before you know it, you done sat 14 hours. You done stayed up all night watching TV, just all kinds of stuff that can happen. And this happened to the best of us. But set yourself a timer, because those people, they're already at their meeting. They're already doing that thing, and that is entertainment. They are there to entertain you, but you're working to get towards your thing. So what is it that you could do that could help to push along your dream or your goal? And so once you know that that is one of the things that can take you off your goal, absolutely set yourself a timer. Say, I'm only watching TV for an hour or 2 or 3, whatever it is. Go right ahead and write it down so that you know that, set the timer rather, for the length of time that you want to sit there. Same thing for the internet, for TikToks and Instagrams and Reels and all of that, because you can be scrolling for hours, and before you know it, an hour has gone by, 2 hours have gone by. Set a timer. You know, with these cellular devices that we have, you can easily say, set timer for 30 minutes. And when that timer goes off, move to the next thing. If it's people, girl, you know, the last time when I talked to you, I ain't tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened. You set a timer for that call too. Or if you know it's your favorite bone collector, your favorite Channel 6 news operator, your favorite gossip guru, maybe you don't want to even answer that call. Maybe you want to call them back when you got some time to kill, if you know that they bring in bones. And then Who is your accountability partner? Who is the person that will hold you accountable? And how can they hold you accountable? Can they hold you accountable by a phone call, a text message? Can they really be firm with you and say, you know, you said you was going to get that done for the last 3 weeks and you haven't gotten it done yet? You know, and they are speaking to you in love, because they're actually, yes, channel 6, man, listen. I got people, listen, channel 6 straight, they will call you and tell you everybody's business. So you want to make sure that you are having somebody that will say, listen, did you do that yet? You know, you did say you wanted it. I'm just holding you accountable to the dream that you said you wanted. So put those people in place and then begin to work your dreams and your goals out. Set your the work that you want to do on Sunday, the beginning of the week, and say, this week I want to accomplish this, or this day I want to accomplish this. And as you write down the things that you want to accomplish, guess what happens? You start checking things off the box, you know, and all this takes is just some intentional work. Just be intentional for your life. Be intentional for your children's children's children, because we know success is good, but succession is greater. Go ahead, Bridge.
I was trying to turn my microphone on, not my camera, because
Oh.
I am in comfort mode. But I am so excited to know now. I shared this last night with Brenda and Debbie that, you know, when you go, you're able to lift yourself up out of low vibration, and being a part of a circle like this is a helpful thing, because you can remind yourself to lift yourself up. So even though I went to the doctor yesterday and got news, I didn't allow the news to stop me. So I'm inviting you all to my Zoom birthday party. So I planned a birthday party on Zoom where I can still celebrate my birthday. And I'm taking this time to sit with myself and spend this time, you know, rejuvenating myself, so I'm able to hear. Like you just said, sometimes you gotta be quiet.
Yes.
You gotta be quiet, quiet all the voices inside and outside. I was so quiet the other day, I heard my heart beating. I was like, wow, that I literally was that quiet. I was sitting in the room and I was that quiet that I could hear my heart beating. And I was like, wow, girl, you are quiet. Like, you are really not saying anything. But it was just an amazing space to be, to know that, you know, no matter what, I've always known to I believe God over everything anyway. It's just I come from faith, you know what I'm saying? I live by faith. And now this is like taking faith to another level, where you get to the level where you actually take faith into your creativity, and you allow God to show you and lead you and direct you through the power that's already in you.
Absolutely.
The power that I may have felt was outside of me, now I know it's inside of me, and I have the power to create. So I'm excited. I'm gonna celebrate my birthday party, and you all are invited. I I sent out invitations on Facebook, so y'all are welcome. I will send them out individually if you need me to, email them to you, whatever. But y'all are invited to my birthday party.
So exciting. So exciting. Yay. You know, go ahead, Dr. Long.
When is it?
It's gonna be Thursday at 7 o'clock my time. I know I told Brenda that's the same time as the law of attraction, but y'all can jump on after the law of attraction is done for the evening. I'll still be there because I'm gonna put together some good old music. I just got the idea while you was talking. I'm gonna pick music from 1977 all the way up to now and play
Okay.
That's gonna be a party.
it.
Well, you know me, I need you to email me,
I will. I will.
technology professor.
I will. I sent out. I created a flyer that has the meeting ID and the password, and I have a link. So y'all know
Okay.
I'll get y'all in there.
All right.
So good. And as we begin to wrap up July, remember to start to to reflect on the month and collect up all of your achievements and what you learned and who you learned from and your insights for the month and were you in allowing and all of that kind of good stuff. It's time for that as well. Well,
Okay.
as Gwen says, day 217 is in the bag.
Praise the Lord.
Yes, I thank you all so very much for being here. Absolutely, this 217 days has been a true learning experience. We have learned so much about ourselves and the things that we should do. So keep up the fine work, and we will see you later. So have an amazing rest of your day, and bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Everybody.